Good evening to our friends on the East Coast. Good afternoon to our friends on the West Coast. And good in-between time to our friends in the in-between spaces. And especially fond and good welcome to our hostess with the mostest, Hayley. Thank you so much for being with us again tonight. Oh, you are muted, so let's get you out of mute. All right, now you're fine.
Howdy, y'all, is what I was trying to say.
Howdy, y'all, because you are in your Halloween costume,
This
right?
is my getup. I'm a social justice cowgirl.
Yeah. So I have totally just lost track, just have no concept of Halloween being a thing this year. I think for my own psyche, I said, you know what, Halloween is just that's not something that is on the calendar this year.
Okay, and that's fine for you.
I appreciate that. Thank you for allowing me that.
You're
That
very
means a
welcome.
lot to me. So I'm sorry. So thrilled that we're doing this tonight. So excited. I love doing our Open Mic Nights. And by the way, I was so taken with your costume, I did not introduce. So welcome to the Power Hour. This is the Bayard Wrestling Center for Social Justice virtual headquarters. I know that we have some new people join us tonight. So welcome. My name is Seda-Schreiber. I'm the chief activist here at the center and your co-host for the evening. And
That's me.
That's right. I have the honor of some Fridays co-hosting with the lovely Hayley.
Hi.
So thrilled to have you all with us. We have a lot going on tonight. We have a bunch of incredibly talented performers. Those of you that tuned in and said, oh my gosh, it's an open mic, I'm a little wary about that. This is not your usual animal. This is not your typical open mic. We have incredibly talented people joining us. I'm not disparaging any other open mics in any way, shape, or form. I don't want the open mic contingent coming after me. But I do know that my son, who's very, very talented, played open mics starting when he was like 7, 8 years old. And we used to go to these open mics, and it was always interesting what you would find. And I was always supporting my son and thrilled that he was so thrilled to be on the stage. But there were some long nights indeed. This is not going to be a long night. This is going to be a wonderful night, and thank you all for joining us. And those of you that are joining us for the first time know that we have a comment section, and you're more than welcome to give shout-outs, to give snaps to our performers. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to make them in the comment section. We also have our wonderful volunteer, Chris, in the comment section, who is there to give you links for the center's work, links for our performers, if they have them. And by the way, all our performers, when you hear their names, if you dig what they're doing, go find them. A lot of them are performing around, whether it's virtually or out in the open now that we have a little bit of opportunity for that. So please do support the folks that come out and support us. And speaking of the folks that come out and support us, before we start the show in earnest, I do want to talk to you. We do want to talk to you about what's coming up on the Power Hour, because we have some amazing stuff and we have some surprises I can't talk to you about just yet, but we have some really great stuff coming up in addition to what I'm about to bring to you. In the next couple of weeks, we have Monique Morris coming to us. Monique Morris is the founder of Black Girl Freedom Fund, inspirational community activist. Can't wait to have this conversation. We have Pete Souza coming to us. Pete Souza was the official White House photographer for both Ronald Reagan and then Barack Obama. He's written incredible books about his photos, and he also has an incredible movie called The Way I See It that's playing right now on MSNBC. See the movie and then come see the Power Hour with Pete. It's going to be incredible. He's going to bring a lot of his favorite photographs and tell us the behind the scenes kind of story, so we're thrilled about that. Franklin Leonard, who created the Blacklist, and just today announced incredible grants for screenwriters, Black, Indigenous, people of color. So this is going to be a really fantastic opportunity to talk to him. Jonathan Alter, you've seen him on MSNBC. He just wrote this book, His Very Best, about Jimmy Carter. He's written a couple of pivotal books about Obama. it's going to be a wonderful evening. We just booked the wonderful Talia Lavin, who wrote this book, The Culture Warlords, My Journey into the Dark Web of White Supremacy. This book was just reviewed a couple of days ago in the Times. Read the review and then put this on your calendar. We're going to have a great conversation with her. Michael Ian Black. This is one that I am personally really thrilled about. He's a great comedian, actor, director, bon vivant, Renaissance man, and he actually wrote this incredibly touching book. It's called A Better Man, A Mostly Serious Letter, My Son. He's going to join us and talk about toxic masculinity and his journey through that. And I'm kind of over the moon about it. And I want to thank Mike Kaplan. Mike Kaplan, who was on the show before, stand-up comedian, introduced us. So I want to always give a shout out to all our friends who make connections for us. We also have David Brahinsky a week from tonight, renowned folk artist. He's going to be doing Blues from the Porch with special guest Guy DeRosa, who's a harmonica player. Hopefully next Friday, this concert will be a celebration. But if indeed it is a dirge, so be it. We will celebrate or commiserate together in music, just like tonight. And then finally, Monday night, Election Eve. We're going to have the incredible Anoa Changa with us. Anoa is an electoral justice reporter. She was with us once before in the Power Hour. We are thrilled and honored she's coming back. This is a person who I believe is the absolute perfect guest for the night before Election Day. Election Day is going to be fraught no matter what happens. Anoa is going to be there to put us at ease, to give us the information we need, the empowerment we need, the encouragement we need to go into that next day. And what I'm really, really honored about is that Anoa chose to be with us. I know for a fact she had many opportunities from some very, very prominent folks, and she chose to come to our community. So it's going to be a great conversation Monday night. So be out for that. It'll really be helpful for us to go through Election Day together. And then finally, before we get into the performances, we do have one more thing we want to talk about, which is tomorrow. We actually have an event at the center. This event, of course, with any public event, this is only our second event. We had a Tomboy X clothing give out a couple of weeks, maybe months ago.
Can't even remember
any more time. But tomorrow, Mondelez International, an incredible corporation, their Rainbow Council, has not only donated almost 100 packages of the Rainbow Oreos that everyone's looking to get a hold of. We'll have 96 packages to give out tomorrow to folks for free, just for you. We'll also have handmade, hand-sewn rainbow masks, face masks for all y'all. We're going to ask for a donation for those if you have the means. If you don't, nobody's ever denied because of lack thereof. But if you can support the center, we'd be thrilled about that. But the Rainbow Oreos on the house, literally. Come out between 11 and 1 tomorrow to our headquarters in Princeton, New Jersey. And we want to thank our volunteer, Chris, who's in the comment section. Chris coordinated this whole thing. Chris is bringing the Oreos. Chris is bringing the masks. He's bringing the power. So we're thrilled for Chris's support and love. And thank you very much, Chris. We really appreciate all you do. Tomorrow's going to be a great event. And Chris just threw the link up for the event in the comment section. So you're on Facebook. You can go over the event, register for it so we know you're coming. We're going to have all these Oreos, all these face masks. And speaking of masks, it's going to be obviously outside the center. Please do wear a face mask because if you're not masked up, you're not getting any Oreos. No mask on your face, no Oreos for your tummy. All right, so please keep us all safe and be smart. All right, so that's all we have coming at you. Please do come out tomorrow. It's going to be a great event.
And to my knowledge, the Oreos are not available for purchase in stores, right? The Rainbow Oreos are not available. We got the hookup. We got the connections from Chris. Thanks, Chris.
Yep, you're exactly right. That's why you're the hostess with the mostest, pointing that out. These are not available. They were part of a social media campaign, I believe. And if you reached out to Oreo, you'd be able to get one as a proud parent. And we were able to snatch these. Chris took care of us. Chris, we love you. And everyone's going to love you tomorrow. Everyone can come out and meet Chris. and thank Chris for all their efforts.
From a distance, meet him from a distance.
Yes, we can do the the elbow and the the
air hug,
the virtual hug from across the table. We'll have tables set up so everyone will be safe. So that's all we have coming up. But we have tonight, and we have a lot to bring you tonight. We have I've seen half the performances were brought in ahead of time, and they're all just really beautiful and brilliant. So we're very excited. And remember, the theme of tonight is really important.
Yes. I was going to say, like before, you were saying like, oh, some of the open mics you've been to have been interesting. But this night is really interesting because we've got something special for you. Interesting in a really good way. Because it's about getting out the vote.
Get out the freaking vote. If you haven't voted already, it's not too late. Don't mail your freaking vote. That's too late. Drop it off at one of the boxes. Make sure it's a legitimate box. Make sure it's a right box. Just do it. Follow the directions. It's not hard. It does take the steps. It does take the concentration to focus on it. But it's important that we amplify not only our own voices individually. I mean, our own individual vote is incredibly important, right? But what that vote means for your community, what you represent, whoever you love, whatever your family is, chosen or otherwise, you have to make sure you're speaking up and out for them too. And that's what this night is. So let's get right to it. We're really thrilled. Our first performer is David Brahinsky, who is a renowned folk artist. We're thrilled that David has established a relationship with the center that is part of our beloved community. He now does a concert of his own every first Friday of the month, which is next Friday. As I said, he'll be doing a Blues from the Porch. We're very excited about this. And tonight he has a very special song from Leonard Cohen. So without further ado, our first performer of the night, Mr. David Brahinsky.
Hi. So for today's pre-election day program, I'd like to do a song from Leonard Cohen, which I think of as a prayer or a prediction or a prophecy or a hope. It's called Democracy. It's coming through a hole in the air from those nights in Tiananmen Square. It's coming from the feel that it ain't exactly real, or it's real, but it ain't exactly there. From the wars against disorder, from the sirens night and day, from the fires of the homeless, from the ashes of the gay, democracy is coming to the USA. It's coming through a crack in the wall on a visionary flood of alcohol. From the staggering account of the Sermon on the Mount, which I don't pretend to understand at all. It's coming from the silence on the dock of the bay, from the brave, the bold, the battered heart of Chevrolet. Democracy is coming to the USA. It's coming from the sorrow on the street, the holy places where the races meet, from the homicidal bitching that goes down in every kitchen to determine who will serve and who will eat, from the walls of disappointment where the women kneel to pray for the grace of God in the desert here and the desert far away. Democracy is coming to the USA. Sail on, oh mighty ship of state, to the shores of need, past the reefs of greed, through the squalls of hate. Sail on, sail on, sail on. It's coming to America first, the cradle of the best and of the worst. It's here they got the range and the machinery for change, and it's here they got the spiritual thirst. It's here the family's broken, and it's here the lonely say that the heart has got to open in a fundamental way. Democracy is coming to the USA. It's coming from the women and the men. Oh baby, we'll be making love again. We'll be going down so deep that the river's gonna weep and the mountains shout, amen. It's coming from the tidal flood beneath the lunar sway, imperial, mysterious, in amorous array. Democracy is coming to the USA. Sail on, sail on, to the shores of need, past the reefs of greed, through the squalls of hate. Sail on, sail on, sail on. I'm sentimental, if you know what I mean. I love the country, but I can't stand the scene. And I'm neither left nor right, I'm just staying home tonight, getting lost in that hopeless little screen. But I'm stubborn as those garbage bags that time cannot delay. I'm junk, but I'm still holding up this little wild bouquet. Democracy is coming. Democracy is coming. Democracy is coming to the USA. To the USA. To the USA. And by the way, on that next to last line, I meant to say, I'm stubborn as those garbage bags that time cannot decay. Thank you, and let's have a good election day.
Indeed. Thank you, David, so much. Such a talent. You know, one of the things for me that's so meaningful about David is that, one, he's actually really good friends with my folks, which is really beautiful. And two, he has taught me a real fine appreciation for folk music that I did not have before. So,
hello. I didn't really get folk music before, and I'm like, no, I get it. I get it. It's
good. So the two of us were like, we've been recruited to the folk ways.
We have, and I think it's mostly David Brahinsky. So thanks.
Yeah. So thank you, David, for two converts. But beautiful. I mean, his voice is so powerful. There's so much passion, and that's what we need right now. In these last couple of days, we need to do better. And of course, I'm not lobbying or endorsing anybody. I'm just saying that obviously this country as a whole needs a new direction.
Yeah, build back better. Yeah.
Yes. So let's move forward. People have heard enough of us talking. So let's bring on our next performer.
Yes, Blair is joining us from Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. I did not know. How very interesting.
Yeah. Whoops. Should I move over? No, I guess I don't need to.
You're perfect.
There.
You know, last night we had your representative. We had Malcolm.
I know. I saw your interview. Excellent interview. He really nailed it. Really nailed the problems. Yeah.
He is special. He is incredible.
He sure is.
Yeah.
I'm so mad about what's going on here. Oh my God. You got to get people out to vote. It's so important.
But you have a lot of good folks.
It's not important. Their vote is important.
Yeah, you in addition to Malcolm Kenyatta, we also had on who's wonderful Brian Sims.
Love Brian Sims. Yeah. He's so great. I met him in Harrisburg once. Fantastic.
So if I may, just a little shout out to the center. All of our power hours are actually available on our Facebook page. They're all archived. So we have Representative Brian Sims. We have Malcolm from just last night. And these are all incredible conversations, and you can see all of them. But that's not why you called today.
No. Why are you here?
So, Susan, thank you much for joining us. We're going to throw it to you.
All right.
Take the virtual stage, and we're so proud that you join us.
Thank you, guys. Love hanging with you. I'm so glad to be here. I'm so fired up about what's going on with the Philly police, and this song came to me. I love this song. It's a good, powerful, hopeful song. I think we need to hear right now. So it's Pete Seeger's "If I Had a Hammer." I know he co-wrote it with someone else, but my version. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this land. I'd hammer out danger, I'd hammer out warning, I'd hammer out the love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land. Ooh, if I had a bell, I'd ring it in the morning, I'd ring it in the evening, all over this land. Why? Because I want to ring out about danger, I'd ring out warning, I'd ring out the love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land. Ooh, if I had a song, I'd sing it in the morning, yes I would, I'd sing it in the evening, all over this land. I'd sing out danger, I'd sing out warning, I'd sing out the love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land. Ooh, I've got a hammer and I've got a bell, yes I do, and I've got a song to sing all over this land. It's the hammer of justice, it's the bell of freedom, it's the song about the love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land. It's the hammer of justice, it's the bell of freedom, it's the song about the love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land. Vote, people, vote. May the votes be with us.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. We really
Great
appreciate.
I love that kerchief.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting me participate. Please, people, vote.
We will. We're going to get them to vote. Thank you. Have
All
a great night, Susan. You be well, okay? Best to your family.
I love you. Mwah.
Love you, Susan. Wow. That was such a great song. I'm energized.
I know, right? So now, like I am starting to love folk music. Like, not even tolerate it. I'm digging it, and I'm not sure how happy I am about that.
Well, we gotta do what we gotta do, and we gotta listen to what we gotta listen, and it's gonna be okay.
And let's talk about, on the streets of Philly right now, what's going on, and that's a tragedy in so many ways. And we're talking to Representative Kenyatta last night about it. That this should have been avoided, and the very fact that this has been going on for dedicatedly for so many months, but for years and decades and centuries, there has to be a change. And that starts with voting, but that's not the end of it in any way, shape, or form. Because after we vote, we need to hold our elected officials accountable and make sure that they follow through with not only their promises, but they go even further than that. And that's the next thing we'll do. So we vote now, and a week from now, we don't wait, and we keep pushing. And that's what the Power Hour is going to do after that. So stay tuned, true believers.
I love that. That was so beautiful.
So let's do our next performer. Speaking of open mics and my history there in Anker, our next performer is an incredibly talented individual who saved me from having to suffer through many open mics because he actually plays all around our area. So if you're in Central Jersey or even beyond, look for Anker's name. He's always playing out and about. He has a great social media presence. He's on Facebook, and I think he's on Instagram as well. So please do look him up. He is a fantastic performer. So not only for his sake, because we should support him and how kind he's been to us, but you'll really dig seeing him too. So without further ado, let's bring Hammer.
Bring the hammer of justice with an anchor.
If I had a hammer, I don't have a hammer. I don't need a freaking hammer. You know why? I have an anchor.
Hi guys, this is Anker. Thanks for having me again. This is a song I wrote for a very good friend of mine. Feeling kind of alone over the last year. Not even just with coronavirus, even though that's kind of the cherry on top. The coronavirus took her husband at 46 years old. And he was one of the first cases earlier this year. And before that, she had a whole other heartbreaking mess of stuff that was going on. So if you're feeling weighed down, or if you're feeling kind of alone in the dark, this is for you. Wish there was a bird that could fly up to heaven, just to rest in your arms. Higher and higher, satellites waving, signaling every alarm. Pushing out the pain that everyone sees, pushing out the pain that everyone screams. The stars in the sky tell us what we already know. I'm not gonna think about what I had years ago. I don't wanna keep getting hit so hard. I don't wanna be alone in the dark. Is the top of this tree the only way out? How can I handle the fall? Higher and higher I wanna climb. All I can do is crawl. Pushing out the pain that everyone sees, pushing out the pain that stars in the sky tell us what we already know. I'm not gonna think about what I had years ago. Oh, I don't wanna keep getting hit so hard. I don't wanna be alone in the dark. I don't wanna keep getting hit so hard. I don't wanna be alone in the dark. I don't wanna keep getting hit so hard. I don't wanna be alone in the dark. I don't wanna keep getting hit so hard. I don't wanna be alone in the dark. The stars in the sky tell us what we already know. I'm not gonna think about what I had years ago. Oh, I don't wanna keep getting hit so hard. I don't wanna be alone in the dark. I don't wanna keep getting hit so hard. I don't wanna be alone in the dark. Thanks, guys. My name is Anker. Get out and vote.
So wonderful.
What a very moving song, really.
And usually Anker does more rock and stuff, and that was really a beautiful, low-key, and touches on something that's really important, is this pandemic that we're facing, and I'm just speaking facts here, would not have been the tragedy that it is had it been dealt with in a more intelligent, in a safer, in a smarter, in a more compassionate freaking way.
Scientifically, yeah.
So if you haven't voted yet, make sure that's a consideration too. Not endorsing, not lobbying for any one individual or any one party or anybody at all or anything at all. I'm talking about our health, both literally and figuratively, as a nation.
Yeah. We've had a very long pandemic, and a lot of people feel alone because of the way that, our government's handled it.
So thank you, Anker, for bringing that important message to us and that piece of it that needs to be addressed. And we're thrilled that our next performer, who has been someone that you brought to our virtual stage.
Yes, another lovely person in my life, Janet Quartarone, that I know from the theater community in Bucks, Mercer County. And she always has something wonderful to say to us. So, hello.
Hello there.
How are you, my friend?
I'm good. I'm in a contemplative mood because of everything that everyone has to say and the music, and it's making me think. And that's what we need. We need to think.
These nights are so special, that we do the Power Hour every weeknight and have done it for the past 175 nights since mid-March, since the pandemic started.
Wow.
But Friday nights are special because Friday nights, more than anything, because we're able to bring so many folks to our virtual stage, shows the real microcosm of what our community is.
Mm.
So thank you for being with us, and we'll now give you the stage. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me be with you tonight. So I have two things to share that I read this week and they meant something to me. So maybe I'll share and they'll mean something to you. First is a poem by a woman named Alison Adele Hedge Koch. And it's about America. And I think it's about the journey that we're always on in this country, that democracy is not a destination, but a project and a journey. So this is called America, I Sing You Back. America, I sing back. Sing back what sung you in. Sing back the moment you cherished breath. Sing you home into yourself and back to reason. Before America began to sing, I sung her to sleep, held her cradle board, wept her into day. My song gave her creation, prepared her delivery, held her severed cord, beautifully beaded. My song helped her stand, held her hand for first steps, nourished her very being, fed her, placed her three sisters strong. My song comforted her as she battled my reason, broke my long-held footing sure, as any child might do. As she pushed herself away, forced me to remove myself, as I cried, this country, my song grew roses in each tear's fall. My blood-veined rivers painted pipestone quarries, circled canyons, while she made herself maiden fine. But here I am, here I remain high on each and every peak, carefully rumbling her great underbelly, prepared to pour forth singing, and sing again I will, as I have always done, never silenced unless in the company of strangers, singing the stoic face, polite repose, polite while dancing deep inside, polite mother of her world, sister of myself. When my song sings aloud again, when I call her back to the cradle, call her to peer into waters, to behold herself in dark and light, day and night, call her to sing alone, call her to mature, to envision, then she will quake herself over. My song will make it so. When she grows far past her self-considered purpose, I will sing her back. Sing her back. I will sing. Oh, I will. I do. America, I sing back. Sing back what sung you in. And I have one other little excerpt to share with you. I hesitated to read it because I'm not really worthy or the right person to read it, but it had such an impact on me this week, again in particular. It's an excerpt from John Lewis's speech at the Democratic National Convention back in 2012. It's just an excerpt of a larger, wonderful speech that he gave. And as a student of his wisdom and his vision, maybe in that way, it is appropriate for me to share. My dear friends, your vote is precious, almost sacred. It is the most powerful, nonviolent tool we have to create a more perfect union. Not too long ago, people stood in unmovable lines. They had to pass a so-called literacy test, pay a poll tax. On one occasion, a man was asked to count the number of bubbles in a bar of soap. On another occasion, one was asked to count the jelly beans in a jar, all to keep them from casting their ballot. Today, it is unbelievable that there are officials who are trying to stop some people from voting. They are changing the rules, cutting polling hours and imposing requirements intended to suppress the vote. That's not right. That's not fair, and that is not just. We have seen this before. I have lived this before. Too many people struggled, suffered, and died to make it possible for every American to exercise their right to vote. And we have come too far together to ever turn back. So we must not be silent. We must stand up, and speak out. We must march to the polls like never, ever before. We must come together and exercise our sacred right.
It's beautiful. That's just, I understand your reluctance to speak his words, but you understand that those of us that have privilege, whatever privilege we may have, it's always important we amplify voices. And when you can do it so beautifully, there's no reason to be reluctant.
Well, I was happy to share.
And I don't know, I hate to keep self-promoting, but it's not really self, it's about the community. We actually had on this week Andrew Aiden, who was John Lewis's advisor and wrote the March trilogy, the graphic novel about his life. And it turned into a really one of the most powerful power hours we've had, because Andrew talked about the loss of his mother, who was such an inspiration to him, coupled with the loss of John Lewis. And you can see in who he is and his character and how he speaks that he's carrying on both those traditions so powerfully. So thank you for bringing that to our stage. As always, your choice of material is always so keen, and your delivery of it is always so beautiful.
I'm happy to share always. Love you guys.
All right. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you so much,
on the other side, right?
Yep.
All right.
I felt like her words, John Lewis's words, were so apt. Even 8 years ago, we're saying the same thing now. People's votes are being suppressed, and it's such a privilege to be able to vote. And I feel like we're preaching to the choir with a lot of people. Most of the people who are watching at home probably have voted already. They've mailed in their vote. They're going to vote on election day. But to those who are sitting at home and thinking, I don't really care, vote for those who can't. That's what I think. If you can't be motivated by something, vote for those who can't. If you know someone who cannot vote for whatever legal reason, just vote for them.
And also make sure that your family and your friends and your coworkers are voting. Later on, we're going to have the craftivist Kyle Burkhardt on. And one of the things that motivated Kyle to be so vocal about voting was talking to a lot of her coworkers. So we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But this is important. Whoever you can preach to, and that's what it is. It's gospel right now. It really is. We need to make sure every voice is heard. It doesn't matter if you agree with our politics or our choices or who we're going to vote for. That's not even the point. Get out there and make sure your voice is heard and your vote is counted.
Go sing it on the mountain.
And speaking of singing on the mountain, let's bring on our next performer.
Yes, we have my good friend, Mary Kirst, who is going to be singing a lovely song for us.
Now, Mary is, I'll never forget this. Mary came to us first. Her first open mic was the night that Ruth Bader Ginsburg died. And you and I were together, and we found out during the show, and it was honestly traumatic. It was devastating. And I had to make this decision on, should we move forward? Should we do the show? And Mary brought us, she changed the song she was going to do. She did something on the fly as a tribute to Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And it was so beautiful and really changed the moment. So we're so thrilled that she's now a member of our community. So tonight she has something super special. I know that she has not been feeling well this week, and she'll explain it. So she still came to us, and she still is so powerful even with all that.
Okay, so I am coming to you literally from my bed, because we are meeting ourselves where we are right now, and where I am is on day 3 of a fairly debilitating migraine, and I can't get out of bed much but I did promise to sing this song, so I'm going to do it anyway. And I hope that if you haven't voted already, that you have a plan to do so. I very much hope that you don't let anything stand in the way of that, because this is the most important vote of our lives, and a lot of people need us to stand between them and disaster. So I'm doing what I can, and here is a little Bob Dylan to inspire you, if it's not too terrible, because I am a mess right now. Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept it that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming, or you'll sink like a stone, for the times they are a-changing. Come, writers and critics who prophesize with your pen, and keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin, and there's no telling who that it's naming. For the loser now will be later to win, and the times they are a-changing. Come, senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway, don't block up the hall. For he that gets hurt will be he who has stalled. There's a battle outside and it's raging. It'll soon shake your windows and rattle your walls, for the times they are a-changing. Come, mothers and fathers throughout the land, and don't criticize what you can't understand. Your children are beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can't lend your hand, for the times they are a-changing. The line it is drawn, the curse it is cast. The slow one now will later be fast, as the present now will later be past. The order is rapidly fading, and the first one now will later be last, for the times they are a-changing. Yes, the times they are a-changing. Thank you. Go vote.
Go vote.
Thank you. That was so beautiful. Oh my gosh. If that's what she can do from her migraine-addled sickbed, I can't imagine. Well, I can't imagine because I've heard it, what she can do at full force.
She's so talented and so passionate and does whatever she needs to do to get out the vote, to inspire others. So thank you, Mary.
And speaking of inspiring others, our next guest, Kyle Burkhardt, I'm going to just bring her right on because...
our craftivist!
Hey, Kyle.
Hi, Hayley. Hi, everyone.
We are so thrilled that you're with us, wearing your vote shirt. And for those of you that don't know, because there are a lot of you, there's hundreds of you watching right now, and some of you may not know the incredible craftivist Kyle Burkhardt. First of all, you can find her on Instagram. She has a huge account there. I am jealous of her numbers at vacuuming the lawn. And Chris, of course, will put up that link for you in the comment section. And believe me, it's delightful. It's a moment of delight every day. Kyle sews and embroiders and creates such incredible things. She was one of our first guests on the Power Hour, and I'm so thrilled at how our relationship has grown. And it's inspiring to me. I think that when I know that folks like you believe in what we're doing, I know we must be doing something right.
Definitely believe in what you're doing. Thank you for doing what you're doing.
So tell us, I mentioned, I gave a little bit of a spoiler before, how you got involved so passionately about voting and making sure you'd help people's voices get heard this election cycle.
Yeah, I think before the 2016 election, I always thought of voting as something that was very private and personal and not something to really be discussed with other people. And while I voted in every election that I could, I turned 18 right before the first election I could vote in, and I voted in that election. I always did, but I never really talked to anybody about it. And the summer of 2016, I was getting a little weird feeling about the election, and I started contributing financially to Hillary Clinton's campaign, but I didn't talk to anybody really about voting or the election or anything like that. And after the election, it was just devastating. And listening to like some of my coworkers who didn't vote at all, which is to me somehow worse than not voting for Trump is somehow, it just seemed like incomprehensible to me that she wouldn't vote. People have died so that you can vote. People have fought so hard so that you can vote. If your vote didn't matter, there wouldn't be people who would be suppressing your vote. So it is just so important to vote. And so after that, I got involved in a group called Postcards to Voters, which is like perfect for introverts. You can do it from home. It's all like we write handwritten postcards to registered Democrats who live in districts with tight races, and we encourage them to get out and vote with the idea that a handwritten postcard hits a little differently than a slick campaign card. And, sometimes those tight races, like 2 or 3% is enough to push it to the other side. So there's data that shows that by doing these postcards, you get like 2.5 to 3% more people who will vote. So that could be enough. So I did postcards in 2018 for the midterms. And that was when I bought these flowers at the Princeton Farmers Market, and I put them in my backyard and arranged them like the word vote. And I took a picture and put it on Instagram. And this year, somebody a few months ago liked that picture. And it's pretty unusual for your pictures to be liked 2 years after the fact on Instagram. So that got me thinking about this. And so I decided I'm going to print my own postcards. So I had them printed, and then I decided I want to give these postcards away. Like, I want to encourage other people to do this. So I had them printed, and I went to the post office many times, and I got stamps, and I put these packs together. So 5 packs of postcards and stamps and the instructions on how to sign up for Postcards to Voters. And with your encouragement, went to the Reston Center parking lot and distributed them at the parking lot. And then I also applied for a permit, and I distributed them on Nassau Street in Princeton. So for an introvert like myself, that was a really big deal. And I also, distributed some to friends and folks at the farmers market. And so I distributed, here's the grand total, 345 postcard packs, which is a total of 1,725 postcards and stamps. And so I know that it's like seeds in the wind. Like, some people probably never wrote their postcards, but maybe there were people who wrote even more, like were inspired to write even more. I find postcard writing to be addictive. Like, you do 5 and then you do 5 more. And I personally have written 250 for this election. So I wrote my 250th last night and dropped them off at the mail this morning for the campaign in New York on Long Island. So yeah, so I hope that it encouraged folks. And I also had some difficult conversations with people, like to encourage them to vote for Biden. And, you know, in some cases I was successful. In other cases, I still don't know. But at least I feel like going into this election, no matter what happens afterward, I will have few regrets. Whereas after the 2016 election, there were many regrets.
So I just want to spotlight that number, over 1,700 postcards. And this is what I truly believe. I believe that 4 out of 5 of each of those packs were mailed, and then 1 were put on somebody's refrigerator. There's no way that everyone didn't keep one of these beautiful.
I wanted to keep one so badly. I did, because I knew Kyle would have been disappointed in me. I mailed all 5 of them. So you can take that out of your statistics.
I will mail you one now. I actually have an extra. I will mail you one.
No, what you need to do is you need to fill it out and write it and send it to me.
And there will always be more elections. So there will be special elections, runoff elections, the next general election. Like there's always more elections. So
yeah. And I believe not only did you do this incredible, and by the way, thank you for letting us be of some small service. We just basically amplified your incredible drive and your talent. This was such a great combination of talent and passion. But speaking of talent and passion, you also have something that you're going to perform for us tonight. Is that right?
I have the world premiere of a limerick.
So should we disappear? Or do you want the whole stage? I'm going to give you the whole stage.
It doesn't take that long to read it. So
we're ready. We want you to have the whole spotlight.
All right, here we go. There once was a vote for the general election. Have you talked to the undecided and made connections? Put together a plan to vote? Sent your friends and family a note? Those are the first steps for a new direction.
That was lovely. It worked even for like 37 seconds. That was beautiful.
Kyle,
my friend, I can't wait to hear about your next adventure, and I hope that we'll have the honor of being involved in some way. Love you so much, and so proud of the work that we're doing together. Be well, and we'll talk to you on the other side.
All right, thank you so much. Thanks, everyone.
For your talents and dedication.
Thank you.
All right, so we want to give everybody fair warning. We're at like 7:58, of course. We're going into the after party. Prince will be proud. We have 2 more performances for y'all. And then we're going to show you the video of my little voting, as CNN called it, the ballot ballet. We have to end with that. We'll tell you a story about that too. But we have 2 more performances, and they're so worth sticking around for us. Do not go anywhere. I know that 8 o'clock is coming. I know a lot of you wait to have dinner. You can wait a few minutes. You want to see these 2 incredible folks that are coming at us. The first one is Brady Cudmore.
Yes.
Who has been on our virtual stage before. I think only once or twice. Was part of Virtual Pride.
Yes, and they also joined us on another open mic. I believe they submitted some things. So.
Really, really talented. Incredibly, there's an energy about Brady that's really infectious, and coming to us all the way from Canada or somewhere up north like Canada.
Canada, it's definitely Canada.
All right, good. And actually brought a friend too. Her name is Jenna. So without further ado, let's bring Brady and Jenna to our virtual stage, all the way up north.
Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? This is my friend Jenna.
Hi.
We're all the way in Prince Edward Island, Canada.
Woohoo!
Some of you might say, where is that? I will tell you, it is beautiful, number 1, and number 2, it is, according to Grindr, 666 miles away from Jersey City. How do I know this? Because I use Grindr. Just letting you know I'm single. With that being said,
only
Jenna,
a couple miles away.
Only a couple of miles away.
Yeah.
Jenna and I actually performed together when we were younger, and it's our first time connecting in, like, what?
11 or 12 years, for sure. Probably longer than that.
Yeah, it's been a while. I feel like it's been a really long time. I think the last time I saw her was probably, like, at graduation or something, or, like, the last party or something.
It must have been.
Yeah, we might have gotten together at, like, a bar or something.
I don't think so. I honestly feel like you, like, after high school, you're like, bye.
And now I'm like, hi,
Yeah.
I'm back. So actually, Jenna, do you mind telling everybody a little bit about yourself? You can go and just...
Oh, I'm Jenna. This is my dog, Kingsley. So, like, yeah, he's here. He might pop in a little bit. I'm originally from PEI. I'm also a performer, wannabe performer, I guess, and perform a little bit.
She's
and,
really good.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm happy to be with Brady right now singing music. It's been a long time since I've sang. So be nice.
And you wouldn't even know it, folks.
Aw.
She's so great.
He's so sweet.
We're going to sing a song for you that we just put together within like 5 minutes.
How
So
we wrote it ourselves.
yeah, we wrote it and we released it and it became really famous.
And then Jason Mraz, like, copied it.
He stole it within the last 5 minutes
Yeah.
and made it like a huge hit. So that's kind of what happened.
So-
I also want to take this opportunity to make sure that I know everything's kind of a little weird with the whole COVID situation. Make sure you get out there and vote as best you can, as safely as you can. I have to make sure I mention that. Use your voice, let your voice be heard. And also with that being said, please support your local small businesses. I worked at Cubbyhole and Julius. They're still my families in the West Village. And I was bartending and performing at both those places. Ways that you can support them is not only showing up in person, but if you actually check out, for the Cubbyhole, if you check out thelesbianbarproject.com and also savethenite.com in partnership with Jagermeister, you can actually find ways that you can donate and help support them over the next 30 days. So that would be great. And we love you all so much, and we're going to sing you a song. So here we go. I guess I'm going to start. I don't know, right? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, you done me and you bet I felt it. I tried to be chill, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks, and now I'm trying to get back.
Before the cool done run out, I'll be keeping on my best. And nothing's gonna stop me but a fight and a venture. I reckon it's again my turn to win some more, learn some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours.
Well, open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find love, 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 love. Listen to the music of the moment, people dance and sing. We're just one big family, and it's our God-forsaken right to be love, 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 love.
But I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm sure there's no need to complicate. Our time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours. Oh, hey, yeah. Well, I've been spending way too much time sticking my tongue in the mirror and bending over backwards just to try to see clearer from my red fog of the glass. So I couldn't face on a laugh. I guess what I'll be saying is there ain't no better reason to make yourself about anything. Just go with the seasons. It's what we aim to do. Our need is our virtue, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm sure there's no need to complicate. Our time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours. Ah!
We did it.
Oh my gosh. That's okay.
We just bumped heads.
We bumped heads, but it's okay. We're Canadian. We're safe. We got healthcare.
Sorry, so.
We love you all so much. We miss you. We hope that you're all well. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to perform.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, this is Jenna McDonald. You can find her at Jenna. It's Jenna Marie.
It's Jenna Marie Holmes, actually.
Sorry.
Got married since we last.
Yes.
Last hung out, I guess.
Yeah. So now Jenna Marie Holmes. Feel free to check her out on Facebook. She'll be on my Facebook as well. We love you all so much, and we'll talk to you soon.
Stay safe.
Bye.
So wonderful. So wonderful. So many friends that we have made during the course of this power hour that we have put together and built a real virtual community. And it's such an honor that all these folks come out and support.
Yeah, it's so wonderful. We have friends all about the world.
Well done. Well played, my friend. So we're in the after party. Prince be proud. So let's move forward. We want to make sure this is our last performance, and then we have a couple more things to talk at you about. But this individual,
Miyuki Miyagi, is going to be doing an awesome performance for us.
What a wonderful performer! What an incredible voice! What a spirit! Wait till you see what she did. And we were incredibly fortunate to have her come. Mike Hotpence introduced her, brought her to one of his variety hours. So make sure you check those out. Mike Hotpence has done 2 variety hours for us, one before the vice presidential debate, of course. And then the first one, both are super fab and they're worth checking out. They're a lot of fun and there's some
I'm on one of them. It's fun.
Yeah. So without further ado, let's bring Miyuki up to our virtual stage.
Hello, Rusty Social Justice Center. I am Miyuki Miyagi, and I am so happy to be back with you tonight for this special Get Out the Vote edition of Open Mic Nite. This whole week was having a kind of hard time figuring out a song that would be appropriate for the occasion, but this one song called You and I by Ingrid Michaelson was on my brain because it's just like really happy and motivating. But I thought it was kind of imperfect because for this occasion, because the chorus is like about getting rich and all the good things that would bring. Getting rich is nice, I guess, but probably not the point or essential to democracy. So I thought that I would change the lyrics a little bit and see how that goes. Ingrid Michaelson is not aware of these lyric changes. She did not approve them. So I hope this isn't infringing on any copyrights. But I guess if it is, I would just say that it's in the name of democracy and getting out your vote. So go vote. I hope you enjoy my rendition of You and I. Don't you worry there, my honey. We might not have any money, but we've got our votes to pay the bills. Maybe I think you're smart and funny. Maybe I wanna do what adults do with you, if you know what I mean. Oh, let's get healthcare from the government, 'cause we pay taxes. Let's get corporate money out of our elections, 'cause corporations aren't people. Let's protect the people who need protecting, Mother Earth and Black Lives Matter. Let's go vote, you and I, you and I. Oh, you might be a bit confused, and you might be a little bit bruised, but baby, how we march like no one else. So I will help you read those props, if you will help defund the cops, and we will put injustice on the shelf. Oh, let's get healthcare from the government, 'cause we pay taxes. Let's get corporate money out of our elections.
elections, cause corporations aren't people. Let's protect the people who need protecting. Mother Earth and Black Lives Matter. Let's go vote, you and I, you and I. Oh, let's get healthcare from the government, cause we pay taxes. Let's get corporate money out of our elections, cause corporations aren't people. Let's protect the people who need protecting. Mother Earth and Black Lives Matter. Let's go vote, you and I, you and I. Go vote!
So fantastic. So fantastic. So fantastic.
Oh my God. I want to just play that on repeat because that is so freaking awesome.
So, you know, I have been toying with an idea since we did the first open mic months and months and months ago of doing like a social justice mixtape that we put up for the center as a charity thing. And I think
Hamilton does a mixtape. We need our own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we need to do it. So that was like, can I just say, and I hope this isn't inappropriate, that was like the sexiest schoolhouse rock song I've ever heard.
Yes.
Right? Is that what that was?
I definitely agree. Yeah.
Right? Good. We're going to have to put that up on our socials tomorrow. So look forward, everybody. You'll get a little.
We're going to play that on repeat for the next however many days it is until Election Day, just because it's that great. Thank you.
I love you. This has been a tremendous evening. Stay tuned, true believers. We have a couple more things we want to talk about. But those performances, and here's the thing. This is how I know we're doing something righteous. You know how I know?
How?
We had absolutely no freaking technical difficulties whatsoever tonight.
Thank you. Thank you, Jesus.
So you know we're doing something right.
Yes. Yes. The powers that be have blessed us in the technology department tonight. Thank you.
Because this was important. So let's talk about what's coming up. Yeah. So this has been empowering, entertaining. There's been some difficult songs, some emotional moments, a lot of fun, all of which are important for us to move forward together. And as we mentioned at the top of the show, we have a tremendous amount of community coming at you for the next couple of weeks, because whatever happens on the other side, there's a lot more conversation to be had. But remember, Monday night especially, the eve of election, election Erev, right?
That's like the Jewish version, Erev election.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We have a Noah Changa coming to us, electoral justice reporter. Used to be with Our Prism, now no longer with Our Prism, just so everyone knows, now with Scalawag Magazine, and her own Twitter account is just everything. And I know that she had a lot of offers for election eve and chose to be with us, and I truly believe there's no one better. So I know that night we're all going to be feeling it. And I know that night that a Noah can make us feel more empowered, more encouraged, more educated, and have the right spirit to move us into that next day as best we can be. So thank you, Noah, for being with us. And all y'all don't want to miss that. It's going to be a tremendous evening the night before election. And speaking of things you don't want to miss, come out tomorrow to the center from 11 to 1. We will have rainbow Oreos donated by Mondelez International and the Rainbow Council there. Tremendous folks, and especially Chris, our volunteer, who's been in the comment section the last couple of months with us, and tonight and every night. And Chris, we love you and thank you for putting this together. We're going to have almost 100 packages of rainbow Oreos we're giving out. We're also going to have hand-sewn, fabulous rainbow face masks that we're going to give out as well. We're going to ask that you consider a donation if it's within your means, but it's by far no requirement. We'll be at the center tomorrow in Princeton from 11 to 1, and there's an event address that you can look in the comment section to find it, and please do sign up so we know you're going to be coming out with us. This has been an incredible evening, and I think that gosh, I really do feel it was exactly what we needed. There were so many different voices, so many different communities represented, so many different moods, so many different ways of expression. And I think perfect to move us forward into what might be a difficult weekend for a lot of folks, unsure of what's going to happen, but know that we're going through it together.
Yes. To those of you who already voted, we got to think positively and encourage our friends to and family members to vote as well. That's what we have to look forward to.
Everybody needs to have their voice heard. And speaking of voices heard, we're going to end on a nice, positive, fun, and funky note. When I voted a couple of weeks back, my lovely bride did a little bit of a video of me, and we put a little soundtrack to it, and it was just for fun. And I guess it became something, I guess what the kids call a viral video. Patton Oswald retweeted it, and thank you, Patton, for your support, your amplification. And then it was picked up by CNN. So if you check out CNN, they actually ran a whole little video segment on dancing at the polls, in front of the polls. And remember that even at our darkest moments, it's important that we celebrate what we can celebrate. And if we're doing the work, we can also have our voices heard in the most positive way possible.
So to keep you motivated, if you're waiting in long lines at the polls, play this awesome, funky song.
All right. I love you, Hayley. Thank you for being with us tonight. We will see you again. Everybody have a great weekend. Please do vote for yourselves, vote for everybody else. Make sure that you are heard. Make sure your friends are heard. Make sure your family, chosen or otherwise, are heard. Have the best weekend you can have. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow if you're in the area. And we'll see you back here Monday night with the Noah Changa Electoral Justice Reporter. And you mean everything to us, all you watching right now, all of you come out in community. I don't know if Hayley can say it because she's masked right now, but we supply the hour.
And you supply the power.
Hey, listen to the man. Oh, Lord. People, we got to get over before we go undone. Hey, country, you didn't say what you meant, you just changed. A brand new funky president. We got to get over before we go undone.